Also, the thumbnail is great.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
the freeze frame of Shane literally being possessed by the devil. Really?
Yeah, did you see that?
Someone, I think my friend Michelle in France sent it to me. She was like, "This is fucking awful," and I thought she free. Did you free? Fuck yeah, you did that because I don't look at it.
There we go. I really like Shane's inspired, Bill Clinton, Epstein inspired shirt. Just search Bill Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein matching shirts on Google. Apparently.
Who wrote that?
Henrique Pereira.
Enrique.
Enrique. Oh God, he listens to us.
Yeah.
Oh. I tried to have sex with him once and we were both like super high. I was like, get naked. And he was like, no.
Yeah, no shit.
Hi everybody, it's Shane.
It's Oscar.
And you are listening to the Pure Notions podcast, where we go through the alphabet from A to Z and talk about all things Irish abroad. Today we're on the letter G.
G. For gay.
Gay. Hi everyone, we're fat and gay. But we're not going to tell you which is which. The mystery.
Well, we were in Romania a week or two ago, and we were talking about doing like a call out video for Andrew Tate.
Yes.
And it's like we're fat and gay. We're going to fuck you up, but we won't tell you which one's which.
Yeah.
But yeah. Shane, you are gay.
No, I'm not. Go on. I'm just very feminine.
Okay. But yeah, I think we're good at being gay in Ireland. No, I think we've.
Well, I suppose it's very difficult to measure how good one is at gay. It's a difficult challenge. It's a gayometer. The Gay Olympics. That's the Eurovision, I suppose.
That's the ploughing championship.
The ploughing championship discussed last week. But in terms of safety for gay people, for like civil rights and stuff, I think we're near the top, at least in Europe. We're like top 3, I think, because we had the gay marriage referendum almost 11 years ago.
Yeah.
That's insane.
2015. Where were you for that?
I was on a military base in Oman and I didn't vote.
Okay. I didn't vote in it either.
Did you not vote in it? Oscar, you prick. Were you on a military base in Oman?
I was in Cork.
Why did you not vote? Are you joking?
I was reading the temperature and I was like, this is going to pass. It's okay. And someone invited me to go to the pub, so I was like, okay, I'll go. I won't, because I would have to go 2 hours on the train to go. And then I was like looking on the news. And it was like hashtag home to vote. It's like people were flying home from fucking England and stuff to vote. And I was thinking like, I might have made the wrong decision, but whatever. So I went to this concert in Cork City in this place called Fred Zeppelin's, and I was coming back around midnight, and the door was hanging open. And I was like, okay, why is my door open? Why is my front door of my house open? And I go in.
Your front door was open?
For the house, because I was living in this house share with like 6 people. It was kind of just raggedy house. But yeah, walked in anyway. And my housemate's like, oh God, Oscar, I'm so glad you're here. There's 2 people came in and they started having sex in the kitchen, and we've called the police. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I walked into the kitchen, and the light was broken in the kitchen, and this really short fella came up to me and was like, what are you doing, bar? Who are you, bar? I was like, are you riding in the kitchen? Yeah, but I've key for the house. My uncle is the landlord. And I was like, well, who's your uncle? Like, blah, blah. He's not the landlord. The landlord's a different guy. So this guy had a key anyway, and he met this girl in the street, and she came into the fucking. He was like, oh yeah, I know a place, and he took her into this house that I think it was his father was like the caretaker for it or something, or his uncle, so he had the key for it. And so I know a place.
I would not be the classiest person in the world, but I mean, where is your dignity? I mean, that's just not even romantic. It's a kitchen, and it's someone else's kitchen.
But like, I was kind of a pussy, so I was like, can you leave? And he's like, no, I'm not leaving. I was like, oh, shit, okay. So we called the police, and the police took like 2 hours to get there. And like, I didn't want to start fucking. I didn't want to actually fight this guy to get him out. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna wait for the police to come, I guess. And then the girl started, like, when she saw all this going on, she was like, one of my one of our friends was a girl, so like she went in to just talk to her, and like she was like saying, yeah, that guy was a bit rough. I mean, I didn't really want to be. She was like, she had started changing her mind. Well, not changing her mind, but like she was like, okay, I actually not really okay with any of this, and I don't really know this guy, and he was like kind of being a bit weird and pushy on me. And
was he arrested? The absolute creep.
Yes, he was. Yeah. But like, and then like at a certain point, then they were like, okay, well, we're not actually, we've decided that we're not going to let you leave. We're going to wait for the police to come. And like, he's like, I was like, and he's like, well, I didn't hurt anyone. And like, my husband's like, but you hurt her. It's like, and then he's like, are you saying I raped you? Are you focused? And he starts shouting, and he's like, oh no. And then the police came in and they pepper sprayed him and put him into the back.
They pepper sprayed him.
Yeah, they
pepper sprayed him.
Yeah. And
spicy assault.
And so that was and then we stayed up drinking with that girl until 7 o'clock in the morning. And
that has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It happened on the night of the marriage referendum.
It happened on the night.
Because it didn't go and vote. So I don't know.
For reference, we were on the way to the podcast studio and Oscar went, I've got a good story about gay marriage. And that was the story, which has very
I guess maybe the moral of the story is if everyone involved in that story, if their parents had gotten gay married instead of not gay married, then the story wouldn't have happened.
Yes.
Maybe
okay.
Not. Maybe not. So yes, you were in Oman.
I was. You can make a joke. It's quite easy.
You were saying Oman.
Yeah, I was in. I worked in Oman, so I couldn't vote.
Yeah.
But when it passed by yes, I was really happy. But I couldn't celebrate because I didn't want to die.
Yeah, because you're in Oman. Yeah. But what's it like? When we live in Slovakia. How do you feel like Slovakia is for gay rights and gay acceptance and
shit?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe people disagree. I think I think everywhere is kind of crap. I think there's a big regression in loads of different ways. It's not really relevant to gay marriage, but like even something like I read this interesting statistic: Gen Z are way more likely than boomers to think that women should stay at home and have kids. Gen Z men.
Yeah.
Like I think whatever's happening with the internet and stuff, people are actually getting more conservative than they used to be because there's an image in their head. There's a version that's being sold that isn't really real. And I think it's the same with I think when we were younger, it was religion. Religion was the barrier because it told you that it was wrong.
Yeah.
And now I think it's people being like, oh, I've no problem. They just shouldn't be around kids. And you're like, what the fuck does that mean? What does that even mean? Like, it's not a perverted way of being. But yeah, I think it's really shit. You know what I think is shit though? And this is I don't know if I should go into too much detail about this because I don't think it will be relatable to most people. Gay people are becoming more homophobic.
Yeah.
As in, there's a thing where how do I articulate this? Where there's a thing where people are like, I like my men to be men. And I'm like, I don't really, what exactly does that mean? And so when you go on like Tinder or Grindr in not Middle Eastern countries, in Eastern Europe, you don't do it in Middle Eastern countries.
On the trap.
Doesn't really happen. But when you do it in Eastern Europe, you see all these masculine pictures of men being masculine, with axes and chopping wood and skiing. They're all bottoms. Yeah. They all but just take that up the bum. But there's all this thing about, I'm gay, but nobody would ever know.
Yeah.
And that you pass as a normal, regular person where nobody would know.
I met someone like this recently, and I was like, oh, you're gay? And he's like, yeah, well, yeah, I like to go under the radar. He was saying
because the radar is embarrassing. The radar is shameful. The radar is, I'm seeing a lot more of this now.
Well, that's why pride is a necessary thing then.
Yeah, and I see more gay people hating pride, like really not liking it, being like, why do you have to like sort of sing and dance about it? Like straight people don't do that, and you're like, it's because everything is straight. Everything is straight. Like it's like you don't tell your parents you're straight. No, because it's assumed. That's the whole thing. It's just automatically assumed. So yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely seeing more of this. It's kind of bothering me. And as a comic, as a comedian, it bothers me where I feel like so many comics don't realize. I'm going on a rant now. Sorry. I feel like so many comics don't. I had this comedian once say to me, "It's like, oh, you know what? it's really easy for you as a comedian because you're gay. And I was like, yeah, that's always been like a winning recipe, hasn't it? Hasn't it, for like civil rights? What the hell is that supposed to mean? And I was like, yeah, I take my civil rights over being funny.
I mean, there's plenty of gay people who are not funny at all.
Just not. We all are. It's in our
That's why I'm half funny. Woo!
Bisexual Paul there in the corner.
Yeah. Speaking of, that's my input is definitely that people are just like ignoring my existence. Like they're like, nah, you're married to a woman, you know, like you're not bisexual anymore. I'm like, bitch, I still would love to suck a cock. I'm just more in love with my wife right now, you know.
Right now.
If something tragic happened or something, you know, I will.
How romantic, Paul.
To get over it, I will suck a few cocks, you know.
Okay.
Like that, it's not.
How was Africa, by the way?
Oh, amazing! Yeah. I went down in Africa. Eating clams in Africa.
We're gonna edit all of that out
for copyright reasons, right?
No,
Toto.
But yeah, I'm organising tours now in some countries where I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's okay. And it used to be a case that you would put a pride flag on the poster because that kind of weeds out. And like if they see it and they're like, oh, I don't want to do that, then, you know, that kind of weeds out venues. It weeds out, because I've had venues say no because there's a pride flag on the poster. Venues have refused to do it. And I'm like,
name them.
Huh?
Name them. No, you don't have to.
There's an Irish pub in Novi Sad, Serbia.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we should tag them in this. Can we legally do that?
I'd say, I think you can, yeah. They're in Serbia. What are they going to do?
Open up a lithium mine. I don't know. Sorry, that was.
What are you going to do? Drop a bus station on me? Edit that one out.
I had to edit out most of this episode, really. But it used to be that you could put a pride flag on and it would weed out the people. Now it's in many countries I can't put a pride flag on it. So now I'm thinking, okay, if I get someone unpleasant in the audience, I know how to deal with them. But normally in countries where you like stand-up comedy and you like English stand-up comedy, you're generally a reasonably open-minded person. If someone's a dick, I can deal with it. I can't deal with it if the police come in and arrest me for saying inappropriate shit.
Yeah.
Which is where we're at now, where certain countries, even within the European Union, where standing on stage and talking about your life is a crime. And I think that I think that's meant. I think that is, people do not know how batshit bonkers that is.
That's crazy.
Like completely. Like when you talk about like censorship in the UK or censorship in Ireland and stuff, people have like, that's insane. Like that is absolutely insane. We're like, can I tell that story, or like, will someone videotape me and I won't be allowed back into the country? That's mad.
Yeah. I mean, Hungary's kind of leading the charge there.
Hungary's not. Well, I mean, for the EU, Hungary's pretty bad. But I was thinking of other places. Hungary's pretty bad.
But you're going a tour. You're doing a tour in Turkey, right? And you can't put the thing. Could you do? Is there some other way you can signal that there might be gay content in the show? Well,
I've put a woman in the show.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, if you want,
okay.
Well, that seriously, that normally does it. If you're a man, let's be honest, most homophobes are men. Let's be real, but the dangerous ones are.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? The women homophobes, they just sit at home and do their knitting. But
well, they enable their homophobic husbands.
They do. That's true. Yeah. But what my theory was, if you speak English and you want to come to stand-up comedy and you're happy to see a woman. You're probably reasonably, at least it won't be offensive. And I tone down my stuff. I change it completely. There's a set that I would do in Amsterdam I would never do in Turkey. I tone it down completely depending on where I am, because I know like they're not going to get jokes. I mean, I think I said poppers once and someone was like, oh, I know poppers. I was like,
hilarious.
That's not what a popper is. You use your nose. And he was like, oh, like picking it? And I was like, no.
Well, I think if you take enough poppers, someone could like do that to your asshole.
I kind of want to try that. Hey, Patreon exclusive.
Yeah.
Pay us money, and we can do it. Yeah. So I don't know. Sorry, that was a bit of a rant, but I get frustrated with it. I get frustrated with it because I think we are regressing, and we're regressing for weird. And someone's being like, it's okay to be gay, just don't promote it. I'm like, there is no aspect of my life that I would promote. Who wants this? Like, what does that even mean? Am I handing out flyers?
Yeah, it's like the Jehovah's Witnesses or like the Mormons.
Can you imagine?
Gay Mormons.
Gay Mormons. Gay Jehovah's Witnesses just knocking. Hello, have you heard about the good word of share?
Hey, can we come in and suck your dick?
Hey, do you believe in life after love? Let me give you this, like literally just promote gayness.
Let me be your rocket man and put you to heaven.
Oh God! But
let me give you the Bible and it's RuPaul's autobiography.
Nice.
But I feel like there's a lot of people I know, like 21 and under, and they're all like bisexual, but like also at the same time kind of Nazis.
Oh my God, we're back to SR.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wow, we're
the spirit of Ernst Röhm.
Yeah, Ernst Röhm is back in lamer form.
I mean, yeah. Well, Nick Fuentes as well. He's a gay Nazi.
Yeah, right.
But he's a closet that we're talking about. Closet people are.
Well, here's the thing, though. But this is a lesson to like every minority group that when you say that gay, if you're black, you are perfectly capable of being misogynist and homophobic. If you're gay, you are perfectly capable of being racist. Like the idea that when I was a kid, I remember thinking that all the different minorities would get along. We had a refugee center near us, and I remember thinking, this is actually quite tragic. I remember thinking if I went there, they wouldn't care that I was gay. There was like, there were like Mongolian people and there were like Nigerian people, and I've thought, because people don't like them either, so they don't like the way that I am, so we'll all get no, that's not how that works. That is not. Each minority kind of protects themselves in a way. So I think that it being gay, it's not a free pass to being a minority is not a one-way track field to tolerance.
Leopards are not gonna eat my face, right? Man whose face is about to be eaten by leopards. Yeah, it's always the same. Yeah, I mean it's in Austria too. Like before we legalized being gay in the 60s or early, or was it even
1993 in Ireland?
It was like late 60s, early 70s. I think that, but before that even, it was unfair because it was 3 months for women of, I think, regular prison. Well, it's women's prisons, so still hilarious. But for men, it was 6 months hard labor. So
don't make a joke about hard labor. Also, though, I mean, is it Senegal? Senegal they have recently increased the penalty for homosexuality to like double the length in prison, and I don't want to sound rude, but I will. I have thought on some evenings when I've been alone in my apartment drinking wine by myself, thinking I might just go to Senegal and
get arrested.
Do crime.
Literally be gay, do crime. That would just be that would honestly be the most amazing 6 months. And I think I'd come back, and the BBC would want to do a documentary on me. Like
you're shredded from all the hard labor. 0% body fat from.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be so good. You'd fall in love with like the whole prison, and like you would, it'd be a detox. And now, also, can I just say that is a total privilege because I'm assuming the fact that when I get out of the prison, I feck off back to a gay tolerant country. On a very serious note, how messed up is that? Like how, like this makes me not want. Like I know Norway, the Norwegian government stopped creating any charity funds that put money into Uganda because they're like, this is insane. Like this is absolutely insane. And I do feel an onus that like maybe it is white savior guilt. I don't know what it is, but I feel very guilty about those countries where, like a lot of countries, it's illegal to be gay, but people don't care. They're kind of antiquated laws, like old laws.
Oh, like the old Greek model.
Kind of, yeah. Like, but in places like Uganda or in Senegal, I really feel for those people. Like they are like they're mistreated in a way that I don't really understand.
Yeah, well, I mean that is. I guess part of the privilege of being in the gayest continent on earth. So
Is it?
I don't know.
Well, Europe is the gayest. Yeah, it
No,
is.
I mean,
Australia, maybe.
I'd say
No, Europe is the gay. I mean, it's full of French people.
But I think
fair.
But based on perception, I'd say like it's a common thing that right wingers will say, oh, well, let's say they're all fairies there because I think like a lot of the right wing people say that about Bratislava, like the Slovak right wing people, like Bratislava is like it's like the gay capital.
Yeah, but it has all the money. Like, let it be the gay capital. No. It's fine. There's a song in the Legally Blonde musical called Is He Gay or European? Based on people's shoes. If you haven't listened to it.
I had formulated that theory long ago about Italian people. That sometimes it was hard for me to tell if a guy was Italian or straight.
I went
Italian or straight.
I'm not joking. Like that is the truth. I lived in Italy for a while. I wanted to learn Italian. I didn't. I just spoke Spanish slowly. But I thought everybody was gay. I thought every single person was gay. And I went on a date with a person who kept looking at themselves in the car reflection of the parked cars. As we went from our hotel room and I was like, the vanity, I pick my nose in public and then fart and giggle about it. I was like, I could never date. I love Italians. I mean, I dressed up as one for Halloween. I love them. But I could not date one. They're too into it. Yeah, we should do an episode on I for Italian.
Explains my vanity. Yeah. Quarter Italian.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you quarter Italian?
Yeah. I mean, North Italian, so doesn't really count in the eyes of the Italians.
Yeah.
No, it's the further up north you go, the less.
But my family name, my dad's family name is Tomaselli, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like my grandfather still was like aggressively Italian, like with the big nose, the alcohol abuse, but only with red wine. Nothing else. I've never seen that man drink a beer. Like, there's no pictures of him drinking a beer. And then all the pictures from him from the 50s and 60s are him in a pinstripe suit with black slacks, pressed black slacks, and pressed white shirts with those skinny black ties that were super fashionable at the time. With the what's the rock musician with the big glasses?
Bono.
No. Buddy Holly.
Yeah, Buddy Holly. Oh. Yeah, Buddy Holly glasses. Yeah,
Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know.
In the 50s.
Madonna.
Yeah. But yeah, so he was truly like secretly gay. No, I don't know. I don't know if 7 children makes you not gay, but
no, it doesn't. No, you can do that. I couldn't do it.
Pull out 7 times.
You could physically have 7 children, but
I'd cry during conception.
Exactly. Like what are you doing after?
Well, so she cried for childbirth. You cried during conception.
Oh, it would be awful.
It's a circle of tears.
Well, join us next week when we will G part 2.
Yeah.
No, we will be going on to, again, the sign is spelt wrong. I love it.
No de putio.
Join us next week for Pure Notions podcast, where we'll be reviewing the next letter on the English alphabet, because that's how letters work.
The letter is H.
Woo!